3 geologists were working in the African desert. Their job was to search for diamonds and old rocks. One day, their radar found something strange. There was something underground that looked like a volcanic pipe. They were very curious, so they went straight to the site. They saw a large pile of dirt. Thinking there was treasure inside, they broke it open. But they did not find diamonds. A strange and scary thing came out, and all 3 geologists died. Before the main story even started, the desert took its first victims. Now the scene changes. We see a man named Jack. He is an expert in technology and geology. He built a small radar that could sense body heat and give an alert if a natural disaster happened. One normal day, his boss told Jack he had to go to Africa. 3 geologists were missing with no news. Jack was told to find them. He didn't ask many questions. The next morning, he got ready. He put his radar in his bag and left for the long flight. After a long trip, he landed in the African desert. A man named Carol met him and took him to the camp. At the camp, Jack met everyone: Carol, Mickey, Kurt, Titus, Magda, and their leader, Jan. Jan made it clear that he would not go on the mission. The camp was his job. The others packed their bags, put food, fuel, and weapons into the car, and went to find the missing men. After a long search, they found the geologist's car. But the men were nowhere to be seen. Instead, they found a scary sight. The 3 people were only bones. There was no flesh left on their bodies. This had all happened in just 6 hours. No normal animal could eat a human so quickly. There was another object nearby, a statue that looked like an ant's face. Everyone was deeply scared, but most of them thought a wild animal in the desert had done this. Night came, and everyone was tired. They went to sleep, but Jack couldn't sleep. He got up and climbed a sand hill to pass the time by sandboarding. After a while, Mickey also came. She said she couldn't sleep. They both started talking happily with each other. Jack liked Mickey, but he didn't say anything yet. Mickey got tired and went to sleep. Jack was standing alone when his radar started beeping. A large object was coming right at him. He looked to the side and saw something. A strange shadow was moving and coming toward him. Jack shouted, waking Carol and the others. When everyone arrived, nothing was there. The creature was gone. But that night, something else was missing. The bones of the geologists were also gone. There was no trace. Carol got angry at Jack and blamed him for stealing the bones. Jack defended himself. He didn't do anything. Just then, the radar beeped again. Something was out there. Carol said, "Get in the car, let's chase it." Magda stopped them. "You can't catch anything in the dark. Wait for morning." Morning came and the fog cleared. A figure appeared. It looked human, but was completely black. It did not look natural at all. Kurt fired his gun and the creature vanished. When they got to the spot, the missing bones from last night were there. Now everyone was more confused. Do bones move on their own? Titus stopped everyone. He had a story he was hiding, and now it was time to tell it. He talked about Isalu. It was a story told in his village. Isalu is not just one monster. It is a whole group of flesh-eating ants. They eat human flesh and then use the bones as a disguise. This makes them look like one powerful, moving creature. This whole ant group has a queen. She is the real brain. All the other ants follow her orders. Human flesh is fed to the queen. Titus said that as a child, he found a boy in his village. The boy was only bones with no flesh left. It was exactly like this. Titus never forgot it. And now, seeing this, he was sure it was Isolou. Everyone else ignored him. Some said, "These are just stories." Others said a crazy person did this. Titus stayed quiet, but fear was in his eyes. Suddenly, their car broke down, the engine died, and the radio went silent. There was no signal at all. Now they were totally alone in the desert. They had one hope. A patrol car sometimes passed by. Everyone stopped and stayed there. They had no choice but to wait. They took turns keeping watch at night. Titus stayed awake. Kurt was asleep in his sleeping bag. Suddenly, Titus felt something nearby. He tried to wake Kurt. He opened the bag and saw a terrible sight in the dark night. Kurt was still alive, but Isolou was eating him from the inside. Titus yelled for help, but the monster grabbed Titus by the hand and crushed it. Everyone else came running and pulled Titus away. Mickey, Magda, and Jack took him to the car. Carol attacked Isolou with whatever he had. It was no use. The ants move together and bullets do not stop them. Jack thought fast and threw gasoline near the car. Isolou backed away for a while, but Isolou did not give up easily. It came back. Jack got out to throw more gas. Carol was with him. They both saw Isolou joining human bones together to make a human shape. It was taking its true form. Now there was no doubt. Titus told the truth. Carol raised his gun, but Jack stopped him. He said bullets were useless. They had to find another way. Isolou hid in the desert again, but it was not gone for good. It was just waiting. Titus's health was getting worse fast. He could barely walk. They planned for Magda to stay with Titus. In the car, Carol, Jack, and Mickey would walk to the camp. From there, they would bring a working car to rescue them. It was a hard choice, but they had no other way. The three left the next morning. They took the little gas they had left. They might need it. Suddenly, a strong sandstorm hit them. It was so strong they had to close their eyes. The three huddled together. The storm passed, but they lost something. Jack's radar was broken, and their leftover gas was blown away. Now they had almost nothing left. They stopped to sleep that night, but they could not rest. Isolou came back. This time, its face looked like Magda. Everyone understood what happened. Isolou had found Magda and Titus at the car. Both were dead. Their bones were now a part of Isolou. Carol quickly threw their last bit of gas at the monster. It ran away. They were saved again. But now, all the gas was gone. In the morning, they heard a weak radio sound. They followed it and found the missing geologist's old car. The radio was working. They called the camp for help. They felt a little safe. Nearby, there was a big pile of dirt with a dark tunnel in it. Inside was a huge, empty ant nest. Jack understood everything. This was Isolou's first home. When the geologists broke the dirt mound, they destroyed the ant nest. Isolou was taking revenge for that and searching for a new home for its group. Just then, Jan arrived from the camp. He looked at them and yelled, "You killed your friends." They tried to explain, but he wouldn't listen. He tied their hands to the car, and they started driving to camp. On the way, Carol found a chance and hit Jan to knock him out. Carol untied everyone. Jan was tied up instead. Mickey thought they would just go to camp, but Carol and Jack said no. They had to destroy Isalu's new nest first, or more people would die. There was a dark mine nearby. They were sure it was Isalu's new home. Carol grabbed some explosive liquid. The three friends went down into the dark mine. While walking in the mine, Isalu suddenly jumped on Carol, breaking his leg. Jack distracted the monster, and Isalu fell into a deep hole. It looked like the end, but the monster was not dead. It reached up, grabbed Carol's leg, and pulled. Mickey and Jack pulled hard to save Carol.